Now we're discussing the AWT concepts, right? The AWT, let me read the first application. So in the AWT, we must know I completed what is a component, what do you mean by component is completed, and what do you mean by content is completed, what do you mean by event is completed. Tell me what do you mean by component here? Text field, text, but text component is an object. Text field, text area, button, this is a component. Container means the basic component of the AWT frame. The frame is used to display the group of components or not. Container is displaying the group of components. Event means it is action performed on the component. So prepare the components and containers. We are having the package for the package name here, java.awt.start, and to perform the event. So by using java.awt, we are preparing the static component. To give the life to components, we are having the event. So to provide the life to component, to go for another package, java.awt.event.start. In the last video I said, like in the starting of AWT I said one point. When we import the main package, the event is sub-package, right? Sub-package accessing is not possible. If you want sub-package classes, we must import the sub-package also. The point is clear. When we import the main package, sub-package class accessing is not possible. If you want sub-package accessing, we must import what? Sub-package also. Now I will start my first application regarding AWT. Last example we covered how to create the frame. Total, tell me how many approaches are there to create a frame here? The best example of the container is the frame. Total, how many approaches are there to create a frame here? 2 approaches. What is the first approach here? Create the object of frame class. Create object of which class here? The frame class. What is the second approach here? Extends the frame class, create the data, create the object. The 2 approaches I created. Now I would like to prepare an application. So don't expect from my side every component is one example. Text field one example, label one example. Don't think like that. So you know I'm always believing practicals. So didn't think about the practicals. What the need of the theory here? My first application is login page. Login.java file. The login page, tell me what are the fields here. Username I want. The username text field. I hope tell me what next one here. The password text field. Next one is what? Login button. Tell me in this application total how many components are available. This is my application, entire application. In this application, what are the components? Coming to the component, I would like to place this all the components in single container. The container is called what? Frame. Hey, what about this container? I would like to place this all the components into container. This is called a frame. First of all, can you please prepare the frame? The next one is what? Preparation of component. Which component I required here? This is a username, password, login, right? This is called what? Label. Label is nothing but what? Constant data. Username constant data, password is a constant data, right? This is called label. So now I would like to put this component. What is this component here? Text field component. So this component is called what? Text field. I would like to create the button. We required what component here? Button component. So this is a label only. This is also text field only. Tell me in this example, I am covering how many components here? Total 5. One is a container frame. Next one is a text field, button, label. A total how many here? Label, text field, button. These are the 3 components. One is the container. Frame is the container, right? Good. To create the label, we are having the class. The class name itself is called label class. How to create the label? By using label class. How to create the frame? By using which class here? The frame class. Create the frame by using frame class. Create the text field by using which class here? Text field class. Create the text field by using text field class. And how to create the button here? By using button class. So these are the classes used to create these components. These are the classes used to create these components. All the classes are present in java.awt only. Can you please import which package here? AWT package. I hope this example is clear. So username, password, text field, like next one is button. So these are the classes required to prepare the application, right? So let me start this application here. Write the application, close to write the application, edit plus, the edit plus. So let me, the last one I declared AWT.java. This one we create the component container. This is the first approach to create a frame. The last example, I complete second approach also to create a frame that is obviously present in the test.java. So alt F, open. The application name is called what? Test.java. I hope this is second approach, right? We are extending the frame, we are writing the example. This second approach to create a frame. The next one, login page. Let me create one login page. First I will let me cover all the components. After completion of the components, we will discuss about the event timing. Once the components are ready, then you have to think about what? Event handling, right? I would like to prepare the login page. So tell me, to prepare the login page, username text field. Next one is what? Password text field. So I require the button. So the button here, login button. So go to the application. So you know the process here, the class name, main method. What is the syntax of main method here? The public static void main, public static void main. Let me write the string array args open brace closure brace. So let me create the first of all frame here. The frame f equal to, tell me here, new frame of, frame f equal to new frame of. First of all, the frame is created, but the frame is created which mode here? Invisible mode, right? The frame is created in visible mode. How to set the visibility nature to the frame? How to set the visibility nature here? Set visible. Set visible of, how to set what here? True. When we set the visibility nature, the frame is visible. But the frame is visible, but the default frame size is 0 pixel height and 0 pixel width, right? So let me compile this application. Local disk D, Java by Ratan folder, cd space, so Java programs folder. Java, see the application name is called what? Test.java. This frame class is present which package? Util package, AW package. Import java dot, tell me, AWD dot star. I imported AWD package. Import it. Code is compiled. Can please execute it. Java, the class name is called what? Test class. The frame is created in the topmost, but there is 0 pixel. The size is 0 pixel height and 0 pixel width, right? How to set the size? How to set the size here? F dot set size of here. Tell me. So 300 height and 300 width. So now can please to close this frame. Close button is not working, right? You are not performing any events. There's reason here. Tell me how to click on what? Control C. So when I control C, when I click the frame, let me compile this application. Code is compiled, executed. The frame is displayed, right? How to set the title? How to set the title here? F dot set title. F dot set title. I'm setting the title here. This is my login frame. This is my login page. I would like to set the background color. F dot set background. F dot set background of. Tell me how to set the background here. To set the background, what is the background here? Color dot. I would like to set red. Color dot red. So can please do the compile it. So color dot red, the constant is a capital letters. Color dot red. Code is compile fine. Set background. Set background color dot. What the problem? GRO background. GROUND. Code is compile fine. So Java C. The application name is called what? Test.java. Execution process Java test. Red color, right? Good. Now frame is ready. Can please prepare the components. What is the first component I want here? The label component. Label L1 equal to new label of. I want the first label is what? Username. It's a constant test just username. I want the second label. What is the second label here? Username. Next one is the password. This is my second label. Two labels are ready. I want the two text fields. How to get text field here? Text field tx1 equal to tx1 equal, tell me, new text field of new text field of, I'm creating text field with the font size. You can create 30 represents what it allows to enter 30 characters. Visible nature is what 30 characters visible nature, 30 characters visible nature here. So here control C, control V, this is my text field 2. For the username one text field is required, for the password one text field is required. So 2 text fields are ready, 2 labels are ready, 2 text fields are ready. Let me create the button. How to create the button here? Button be equal to, so new button of, then tell me here in the button, let me create the login. This is my components are ready. So frame is ready, components are ready. Now can please run this application. So how to run the application here? Compile it, code is compile, define the method, main method stringa, variable L1. Sorry, what's the problem? Variable L1 is already defined as the method string array args. String array args. Label L1, label A1, label A2, control S, code is compile, code is executed. Okay. L1 is already defined in method main string array to take the command and arguments anyway. So leave it. Good. You can please compile this application. Code is compiled, code is executed. Tell me, any components are displayed here? I created text field, I labeled text field button, but here any components are displayed here? There is no components, right? So concentrate here, any components? No components. Tell me, what is the reason here? We are creating components, we are creating frame. The frame is ready, photos are ready, but we must add these photos into the frame or not. Concentrate, frame is ready, marriage album is ready, photos are ready, but we are displaying frame. The frame is displayed or not? Displayed without photos. If you want to display the frame with the photos, can please add these components into the frame. When we add these components into the frame, then components are visible, right? How to add the components into the frame? Then frame dot, the method name is called what? Add. The first of all, I want username A1. The second one is what? I want username. After username, I want text field, right? In which order we enter the elements, added the elements, the same order the data will be displayed. For example, I added label 1, label 2. Now what happened here? First label 1 is displayed, label 2 is displayed, next to text field. Like that. In which order we add the elements, in that order only the elements are like what? The elements are visible. There is a reason here. I entered A1, I entered text field 1. The same way I entered f dot add of, tell me here, let me add the A2. After adding the A2, f dot add of, tell me after A2 means label 2. For the label 2, text field 2. After adding the text field 2, can please add the button, f dot add of button. So concentrate here. I created at the button. Now clear? Now concentrate. Frame is ready, components are ready. By default, the components are not displayed in the frame. We must add the components into the frame. Whenever we are adding the components to the frame, then only the components are displayed in the frame. To add the components into the frame, what is the method name here? Add method. And while adding the components, first of all we are adding what? al dot add of. I am adding label 1. When we add the label 1 in the text field, in the frame, what is label 1 here? The username is the label 1, right? Username is displayed. For example, we are adding al.add of, a2.add of, a2, label 2 we are adding. We are adding label 2, what happened here? Username, colon, what next one label 2 is what? Password. Like that the data will be added. So here, this is a frame, right? Frame.add of, frame.add of. Frame.add of tx1. Now what happened here? Now text field 1 is displayed. Frame.add of tx2. Then what happened here? Text field 2 is displayed. Frame.add of b1. Now what happened here? Button is displayed here. This is a valid approach or not? Tell me, this frame is valid or invalid here? Perfectly invalid, because what is my requirement? Username, text field I want. Password, text field I want. Then login button. That is a valid data. But here, what is the data here? Username, password, text field, login button. So to overcome this way, how to add the data, what is the way to add the data here? Frame dot add first of all add label 1. This is my frame, add label 1. Label 1 is what? The username is added. I hope you understand. The first application only I will explain this all the points. From second application onwards directly I am adding. So in which order we add the elements, in that order only the data will be printed. Data will be printed. Next one I want text field, right? F dot add of tx1. Now what happened here? Text field 1 is displayed. F dot add of, tell me, F dot add of a2. A2 means label 2. Now label 2 is what? Here password is displayed. Next one is what? F dot add of, along with the password I want text field, right? tx2. Now what happened here? Text2 field 2. Now next one here, F dot add of button B. Now what happened here? Button is displayed here with the login. This is the, in which way we added the elements, in the same way the data is displayed. That is the reason while adding the data, in which order we want the data, you can please add in that order. I hope you understand, right? So I will add this data here. What is the data here? Button B, right? Control S. Adding is completed. After adding the data, can Control S, can please do the execution, compilation execution. So code is compiled, fine, code is executed. This is our frame. In the frame, what are the components we added? First one, A1. A1 represents what? Username. Text field 2. A2, text field. Then what? Button. But concentrate in the frame, any specific order. Here button only displayed, right? If you want, you can check one more time. So code is compiled, code is executed. So overlapping the data, like it's printed like. So I want this entire thing is button, right? The entire frame is occupied button. Entire frame is occupied button. The reason here, the entire frame is occupied with the button once again, because we are adding the data, right? We are adding the data. This is my frame. Inside the frame we are adding A1. Whenever we are adding the A1, the entire frame is occupied by username. We are not specifying this part of region, can please add the username. This part can please add the username. This part can please add the text field. This data, this region can please add the button. We are unable to specify. You are not saying any requirement, right? Hey, concentrate. We are not saying any alignments. In this way, in this position can please add username. In this position text field. In this position password. In this position text field. In this position button. We are not specifying any data. If you are not specifying any data, then whenever we are adding the data, the label is occupied entire frame. The label is occupied entire frame. What now? What next one you are adding? What? Text field, right? In the frame already username is there. The text field is overlap, like overriding the username. The username goes back, the text field is visible for us. When I add the username to, like here what? Password is displayed. Next one is what? Text field is displayed. Next one is what? Button. In which component we added last year? Button component we added last, right? Then the button component displayed in the frame. Hey, the button component is added in the last. When we add the button component is the last, now what happened here? Button component will be displayed here. Clear? So to overcome this problem, we have to align the frame properly. Means in this specific alignment, we have to add the username. In this specific region, can please add the password. We have to specify the data, right? So concentrate. When we add the data, the component is occupied entire frame because we are not specifying any alignments. What is the last added component here? B, button. The last added component is visible in the frame. The last added component is visible in the frame. Ratan, how to overcome this problem, Ratan? To overcome this problem, we have to, the frame must follow some layouts. How to set some layouts? What are the layouts? The frequently used layout is the flow layout. What is the first layout here? Flow layout. Everything is a class, flow layout. Next one is the border layout. We will discuss these layouts later. Next part, flow layout, border layout, Next one, grid layout. Next one here, grid layout. Number 4, card layout. Grid layout, card layout. Number 5, grid bag layout. Number of layouts are there, the frequent use layouts are these are like etc. What is the purpose of the layouts here? The layouts are used to arrange the components in the frame in specific order. Simple point. What is the purpose of the layouts? The layouts are used to arrange the components in the frame in specific order. Then only all the components are visible into the end user. I'm repeating one more time. What is the purpose of the layouts are used to arrange the components in the frame in specific order. Then only the end user is able to see that all components. Now, in the first example, I will discuss about the flow layout. In the next examples, we will discuss about the remaining layouts. Now, we will discuss about what? Flow layout. Whenever my frame is followed flow layout, the data is added row by row format. The data is added in which format here? Row by row format. I hope you understand. When we add that data, and when my frame is followed flow layout, the data is added in which format here? The data is added in which format? Row by row format. It means, example here, we are having your frame. In this frame, now the first component we added here, username. What is the first component? Username. Then we added what? Text field. Row is completed, right? Row is completed. Then control goes to next row. What is next row here? Password. Text field here. The row is completed or not completed here? The row is not completed. There is a reason here. What happened here? The login button will be created here. The based on the frame width. That is the reason while preparing the AWT components, this type of frames, we have to concentrate on always alignments. So when your frame is follows the flow layout, the data is at the components added in the row by row format. Username, text field, row is filled. Come to the next row. Password, text field, row is not filled. The reason login button is also displayed in the second row. So tell me, what is the purpose? Question number 1. What is the purpose of the layouts? What is the purpose of the layouts here? The layouts are used to represent. The layouts are used to add the components into the frame in specific order. The layouts are used to display the components in the frame in specific order. If you are following the flow layout, the components are in which format here? Row by row format. Once the row is filled with the components, then control goes to next row. The second row is filled with the components, third row. Third row is filled with components, fourth row. It will goes the components like that. If the points are clear. So then, in my example, I will use the flow layouting. How to set the layout? So we are setting the layout to the frame, right? For the frame, how to set the layout? The method name is called f.setLayout. Which layout I would like to set here? Flow layout, right? New, create the object of flow layout. Create the object of what? Flow layout. Now what happened here? Flow layout object will be created here. Now my frame is followed which layout here? Flow layout. I said in the first class, in the initial I said one point. AWT components are platform dependent components. The platform to the platform output will be varied. So can you please compile it, can you please execute it. The username is filled with this one. Username, password, login button. But these components are static or instance here. This is a static. Complete check it. This text field. In the text field, enter button is not working anyhow. The text field enter button is not worked. In the text field here, how many characters are visible here? I given 30, right? 30 characters. After 30 characters, it goes to right. But how many characters at any it is visible here? 30 characters are visible. I hope you understand, right? It follows what which layout here? Flow layout. The data is added in which format here? Row by row format, right? So this is information about how to create the login page. How to create the login page? By using AWT components. I hope you understand, right? So you can check the difference here. So 2020. So 2020. When we add the 2020, so you can please check the here code is compiled, code is executed. Now what happened? The text field's length is decreased, right? Username, text field, password, text field, login button. So here how many characters are displayed here? 20 characters. After 20 characters, go to the band. But password, Ratan, here password is also visible, but I don't want visible the password. If you want, if you hide the password means generally you're expecting star symbols, right, when I enter the data, but here the data is displayed or not. To set the password behavior to the text field, which text field I would like to set the password here? Second text field, right? So you can use the method name is called text field 2 dot set echo char method is there. Set echo char of, so I would like to set echo character. Which character I would like to set, tell me? So star, right? Here pass the star. Now set echo char means what? Whenever we enter the password is printed in the displayed in what? Star symbols. Now control C, code is compiled, code is executed. So now username, what is the username here? Ratan. Password is Ratan. Now tell me, it's displayed in star character stars, right? No Ratan, I want hash here, just to write the what? Ampersand. When we write the ampersand, what happened here? The password is displayed in the form of the ampersands. Like that. That is a way how to convert your text field into, generally they are using the stars. That's the reason I written the star here. This is the example regarding login page. This is example regarding login page. Tell me any doubts regarding this example? So clear?